Wow, the day's finally here. Yo, what's up, guys? How are you doing today? Man, I'll be talking about New England Patriots because according to Adam Schefter and Rappaport, the Patriots have finally made a change at the quarterback position. The rookie quarterback, Drake Maye, is finally starting. As Adam Schefter said, the quarterback change in New England, the Patriots are now planning to turn to rookie first-round pick Drake Maye to start Sunday's game against the Houston Texans per source. Maye now joins Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Bo Nix as the fourth rookie quarterback to start this season. Now, we did see Drake Maye in week 3 against the Jets on Thursday Night Football. The Patriots got blown out 24-3, an absolute disastrous performance. He had a couple fourth down conversions with his arm and with his leg. I'm really happy for guys like Pop Douglas, for Kendrick Bourne, for Jalen Polk, guys that create separation, just haven't been able to consistently get the ball. I mean, Pop Douglas in recent weeks, yeah. Polk, Jacoby tries to throw deep balls to him, and they throw it up to him like he's an X, whereas I guess he's playing the X right now. Just hasn't really been great. They almost had a test and he almost connected, and then they got called back, unfortunately. And Kendrick Bourne got barely any snaps last game, but he got his one reception for like 6 yards. So, to be honest with you guys, raw reaction. I just came home from the eye doctor, I think that's how it's called. Check my watch. I was like talking to the reception. I was like, oh my god, Drake Maye is starting. Holy shit. Be honest with you guys, I think this is a week too early. I will start him against the Jaguars. The Jaguars have one of the worst pass defenses in all of football. As a betting man, they bet against Joe Flacco. I was like, yup, AR out. Probably wouldn't take AR's passing because I'm not a big AR fan, but Joe Flacco, old man, still got it. Unk still got it. Take his passing yards. He had like 350 passing yards. Just lit up that secondary for the Jaguars in London. You know, teams that go to London, after they go to London and like a week or so, their head coach, they get fired. It's like the London curse. People were like, oh, after the Patriots lost to the Jets, to the Colts last year, is Bill Belichick gonna get fired after London? It's Bill Belichick. He's not gonna get fired. He's gonna mutually agree to part ways in the offseason, not actually mid-season, because he's the greatest coach of all time. He is Bill Belichick. He is the GOAT. But back to Drake Maye. I think this is a week too early. The Texans defense has, I mean, you saw them in week 2 against Caleb Williams. That man was out there and is like Sam Darnold on the Jets. That man was seeing ghosts. That was a disastrous performance. Last week, Josh Allen, yes, he was concussed at a point in the game and he came back in. He had 9 completions. It just has to be the lowest of his whole entire NFL career as a starting NFL quarterback. He did not look good. He did not look fluent. The Texans defense under DeMeco Ryans, in my opinion, has taken an even bigger rise from last year, which they were one of the worst rush defenses in the NFL, and then they were one of the best rush defenses in the NFL. Now, so they are really good against the pass and like middle of the pack against the run. And we have Drake Maye, who in my opinion should have started in the London game, 9:30 a.m. against the Jaguars, and go up against an easier opponent than that. You had the Dolphins, you had the opportunity to start him there. You have a couple of guys out on their pass rush. They only had 2 sacks against us, which 2 sacks against the 2024 Patriots offense is literally a fireable offense. Talking about fireable offenses, I was talking about last game. I was reacting to Drake Maye, not to Drake Maye, to Jacoby Brissett. It's kind of like his final job with the Patriots. I was like, Jacoby Brissett, you're playing for a job here. Let's go ahead and put up 7, and let's see if the Deals can get a stop and not give up a game on the field goal to Tyler Huntley, aka Snoop Huntley. I was kind of like half joking, half serious because the Patriots, they feel like they just didn't want to bench Jacoby Brissett, even though the last couple of weeks, that San Francisco game, he should have been benched after that game. In week 5, Jacoby Brissett should have been on the bench. Drake Maye should have been starting. And then they started Jacoby Brissett against the Dolphins. And if you lose to Snoop Huntley, like my brother in Christ, you got to get the fuck out of there. What did they do to him? They got him the fuck out of there. Drake Maye's in my opinion, a little premature, a week too early. You go up against a really good defense, so they're not really easing him in. He goes up against one of the best defenses in the NFL, in my humble opinion. And yeah, so I'm excited for Drake Maye. He has a couple of weapons. The offensive line last week, I don't think it was a major problem, but also because the Dolphins were without so much of their pass rush. So that's the fact of the matter. You have Mike Onwenu back to playing right guard. David Andrews is out for the season. Nick Leverett, I mean, unfortunately, just did not play well. So many false starts. I mean, we got DeMontre Jacobs, didn't know who he was till a couple weeks ago, and now he's starting for the New England Patriots. City So at points starting, Layden Robinson at points starting, Keenan Wallace now on IR, David Andrews on IR. Michael Jordan has had his moments, yeah, so we still have Cole Strange. He somehow exists. Let's see what That was Ian Rappaport said. So Ian Rappaport also said, mind you, another funny thing is Jacoby Brissett is a captain. The Patriots have had so many captains this season just get injured. Like, I know, obviously right now, Jabril Peppers dealing with off the field situation. Hopefully he's not as dumb to do what he's alleged to be to have done, because that is just beyond idiotic. And this, you're the captain of New England Patriots. You have turned around your NFL career. You're one of the more underrated safeties in all of football, and could have just thrown that all away because you can't manage your emotions, and you not gonna get into it all that. But that's just the alleged. But if you did it, awful human being. But I digress. So Ian Rappaport says the Patriots have waited until Drake Maye is ready. It's now go time. The number 3 overall pick will be behind center on Sunday. He also said that New England gave Maye more reps in practice. They didn't know more backup. Yes, he had a good amount of, he had like, what was it, like 60-40 in Jacoby Brissett's there for a normal backup. Waiting to continue his development. They believe the moment is now. Drake Maye starts this weekend. Let's go. Cannot wait to see Drake Maye. Again, I wish it wasn't against one of the better pass defenses in the NFL, because the Texans right now, behind the Titans, Jets, Jags, Dolphins, and Texans behind themselves. They have the 5th best pass defense by passing yards allowed, at 867 across 5 weeks, which is just absolutely dominant. Josh Allen has been in hell. Caleb Williams has been in hell. That's just off the top of my head. D'Amico Ryans versus Drake Maye defense versus offense week 6. Definitely excited to see Drake Maye. At least we saw him in that Jets game, so it's not the first time that we've seen Drake Maye, but this is the first time that he's been starting. And like I mentioned earlier, by rushing yards, the Texans, I mean, might have some something going on the ground with Ramondre Stevenson, maybe Antonio Gibson. The Texans by rush defense are allowing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So basically middle of the back is 16, they're 15. They're also allowing 4.8 YPC on the ground, and they've only allowed 4 rushing touchdowns all game. They have allowed, though, 4 20-plus yard runs, and even a 140-yard run, even a 58-yard run. So maybe Ramondre Stevenson can have some something to look forward to on the ground. Potentially, maybe he can have a competent game on the ground. Again, I'm not high on them starting Drake Maye against the Texans. I mean, you're literally throwing him into the fire with a really good Texans defense, and you could have literally just put him on a wraps for one more week and just give him a really good matchup against the Jaguars in London, which would have been crazy. Imagine his first career NFL game in a whole different country. That would have been insane. But I digress. Drake Maye starting, I'm definitely ecstatic. Just again, not really fond of the matchup. I would have waited another week, but I guess I wanted to see Drake Maye last week. They didn't, and they just bring him in a week later. I mean, I really hope this doesn't like bring down his confidence. Offensive line, I need y'all locked in for Drake Maye. Do not need to see my boy get killed. I mean, he had the similar situation as well at UNC. I heard, I'm not a big college football guy, but apparently didn't have a good offensive line. Not too many great wide receivers. He has a couple of solid wide receivers. I would classify them as really wide receiver 3s, like the Mario Douglases of the world, the Kendrick Bournes of the world. Still obviously seeing what Jalen Polk is, but hopefully he can be at least a wide receiver 2 for the New England Patriots. So looking to see who that wide receiver 1 is. You have obviously Hunter Henry, the veteran tight end, another captain for the New England Patriots, and Jacoby Brissett, and I believe also Drake Maye when he was in the game against the Jets, he targeted Austin Hooper as well. So young quarterbacks, they love their tight ends. Pause. You have a couple speedsters that are Mario Douglases. Hopefully Kendrick Bourne can ramp up over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully we can see some Javon Baker eventually. I need to see the youth move from the Patriots. We are the worst team in the NFL, we are the worst offense in football. At least give us something to root for week in and week out. That is development of Drake Maye. Hopefully Javon Baker, Jalen Polk, Mario Douglas. And hopefully the defense can stop the run, because since Jawan Bentley's been out, we've been pitiful. Joe Mixon, watch him somehow be back. Or we have a WNBA legend, Ricky Ogunbowale's brother, Dari Ogunbowale, masterclass against us with our luck. Or Cam Akers in the big 2-4. But I digress. Drake Maye starting, I'm ecstatic. Not loving that it's against Demon Texans defense, but the fact that he's starting, I guess I will take it. And yeah. But other than that, yo, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, just follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and the Dog John. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.